Focused and fearless. Here's everything you need to know this rush hour of June 11, Tuesday. I'm Riza Diaz. Jump-starting today's rush with thousands of Grab drivers who just lost their jobs today after the ride-hailing company pushed through with the deactivation of some 8,000 of its units. Jen Calimon with a story.
Leonardo De Leon got a text notification from Grab last Saturday. It says, De Leon is now among the 8,000 TNVS drivers facing deactivation for using hatchback cars.
Naglabas po ng memorandum circular ang LTFRB noong February 2018 upang makabiyahe. Magkaroon ng transition period ang hatchback cars, pero hindi po nila tinatanggap ang hatchback cars kahit na may MC tayo na hanggang 2021 pa.
Marlon Novo is in the same boat. He started processing his accreditation with the LTFRB last September. But because he is also using a hatchback car, he failed to complete the process.
Sinabihan nila kami na meron kaming sariling schedule para po ma-register yung aming mga sasakyan. Ngunit nung pinalo up ko po, nung December na, sinabi na nila na hindi na nila kami tatanggapin.
De Leon, Novo, and their fellow hatchback TNVS drivers filed a petition to the LTFRB last March, but was denied by the board. The mass deactivation of Grab units started last midnight. It included units with hatchback cars, 2015 models and older, and those which haven't processed their application in the past 6 months. In turn, the LTFRB has opened 10,000 new slots for TNVS registration. Grab has established an assistance program for their drivers and partners, which will run until Friday. Reporting for News 5, Jen Calimon. We are One News.
Some affected drivers are now staging a protest action in Quezon City against the ride-hailing company's move. Grab drivers assembled in Quezon City Memorial Circle to voice their grievances as early as 5:30 in the morning today. And despite Grab's attempt to help the affected drivers, the caravan will move to the company's assistance program center in Malakas Street. Then the group will head to LTFRB's head office in East Avenue, where they will wait for the result of the board's hearing with Grab at 9 in the morning. And with that, let's take a look at the deactivation of these Grab units if they have a significant effect on the traffic hours as of early this morning. Let's take a look at EDSA Santolan, those that are heading southbound, going to Makati and Ortigas. So far, it's not as busy as we expect it to be, but of course, as the hours would go by, as it will more people will be heading to the offices, it should get busier. Rojas Baclaran, meanwhile, on the left side of your screen, so far too is going to be an easy drive. On the right side, that's heading to Coastal. Northbound, going to EDSA and Buendia so far is also getting a little hectic already, so you might want to leave as early as now. Pitwasan underpass, meantime, on the right side of your screen, that's southbound, going still to the busy district of Ortigas and Makati, still is going to be an easy drive, while northbound, going to North Avenue and Monumento, might be already a problem for our motorists as it already is appearing to be bumper to bumper. Now, meanwhile, EDSA Ayala, right side of your screen, ladies and gentlemen, southbound service road so far is still an easy drive. And the underpass, of course, going to Taft Avenue, heading to Ross Boulevard, also is not as busy. Northbound, there you go. Ayala to northbound, heading to EDSA, northbound still is easy. Let's check on today's weather. Mimaropa, Visayas, and Mindanao have higher chances of rain. That's still because of the intertropical convergence zone, which is the merging of winds from the northern and southern hemispheres. Meanwhile, Metro Manila and the rest of Luzon, on the other hand, may experience localized thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon and in the evening. So again, don't forget to bring your umbrellas. President Duterte is asking PhilHealth's top executives to step down following reports of the so-called ghost dialysis treatments. Greg Gregorio has the report.
Malacanang wasn't kidding when it said that it will closely look into PhilHealth's involvement into an alleged billion-peso dialysis treatment scam. President Duterte himself met with the agency's top officials and asked them to resign. The information was relayed by Senator-elect Bongo, who is expected to lead the Senate Committee on Health. Go said Duterte expressed disappointment over corruption allegations in the agency and wanted a clean slate for PhilHealth.
Inutusan po ako ni Pangulong Duterte na sabihan sila na mag-sumiti na lang sila ng kanilang courtesy resignation. Lahat ng board members ng PhilHealth.
For now, Goss said Plantilla officials will be assigned to the agency, which will be placed under the Office of the President for the meantime. Right now, the National Bureau of Investigation is tasked to lead the investigation, and PhilHealth says it will cooperate. The agency says it will also respect the President's order for a reshuffling in their management.
Prerogative yon ni Pangulong Duterte, no? So at sinabi niya na kailangan magkaroon ng reshuffling, no? At yun na nakikita niya na solusyon, isa sa mga solusyon, no, para ma-solve yung mga ganitong klaseng problema. At palagi yun ay wini-welcome natin sa PhilHealth.
Amid this ghost dialysis issue, former presidential spokesperson Harry Roque, who authored the Universal Healthcare Bill during his time in Congress, reiterated his call to temporarily suspend the implementation of the UHC law.
Sa Pilipinas, hindi lang mga patay ang nakakaboto. Sa Pilipinas, ang mga patay nakakadialysis pa rin. Ang aking panawagan po din sa suspension, kung talagang ganito ang magiging posisyon ng PhilHealth na wala silang magagawa, wag naman po. Imbis na mapunta yan sa korupsyon, itigilan muna natin panandalian hanggang makahanap tayo ng tao na talagang ibibigay ang serbisyong kinakailangan sa taong bayan.
Roque, however, clarified that he has no interest to take the place of PhilHealth President Roy Ferrer. Meanwhile, Senator J.V. Ejercito, who authored the Senate version of the Universal Healthcare Bill, suggested qualifications for the next PhilHealth chief. He said the agency may benefit from someone who is a financial management expert. For News 5, Greg Gregorio, we are One News.
We have more on that story from the dailies, as Filipino Star ngayon reports that the owners of the dialysis center tagged in filing ghost claims with the PhilHealth is now under NBI custody. Authorities have arrested Brian C., the owner of the WellMed Dialysis Center. The clinic is being accused of charging PhilHealth over claims for already deceased patients since 2017. But C's camp insists that the whistleblower Edwin Roberto and Lizelle Santos are the ones involved in the scam. C will remain under the NBI custody and will face charges for estafa and falsification of public documents. This from the Philippine Star. Just a few weeks after sending back trash to Canada, another country is set to receive back the garbage it sent to the Philippines. That's after Foreign Affairs Secretary Teddy Boy Locsin vowed that the trash from Australia will be shipped back immediately. The land down under has illegally dumped its garbage to the Philippines, which were declared as alternative fuel for cement production. And authorities raided the headquarters of Kapa Community Ministry in Cebu on Monday. The so-called religious group was previously tagged by President Duterte as an investment scam. The Freeman reports that the PNP are now looking for 21 of the ministry's stay-in employees who are considered persons of interest. Meanwhile, Bim Santos has more on that story.
With 2 search warrants and a cease and desist order from the Securities and Exchange Commission, the National Bureau of Investigation raided the office of Kapa Community Ministry Incorporated in Tagum City. Authorities seized counting machines, cash, and donation boxes, among others.
Kailangan siguro ang abogado mo para ma-explain yan sa'yo. Kaya tawagan mo ang abogado mo kasi nandito na kami.
So saan mga areas
We have in Luzon, Nueva Vizcaya, we have in Visayas, Cebu, and Tacloban.
Pero pinakamarami?
Jinsan.
Kapa claims to be a religious group that accepts donation from its members, promising a sky-high 30% monthly return. The SEC has issued orders against Kapa, but the group continued soliciting money through donations. Kapa is contending that the writ of preliminary injunction issued by a regional trial court in General Santos prevents the SEC from stepping into the issue.
Meron kaming copy nung writ of preliminary injunction favoring Kapa na hindi pwedeng i-implement yung cease and desist order niya kasi nga that is a violation of the constitutional right of this religious organization.
But the SEC maintains it has jurisdiction over the matter.
This partakes the nature of an investment contract. And if it is an investment contract, it requires prior SEC registration.
The SEC says that Kapa may be considered as one of the biggest investment scams if the group's claims of having 5 million members are to be believed. With a minimum investment of 10,000 pesos, this means the group may have solicited at least 50 billion pesos. Last Saturday, President Duterte also called out Kapa, mandating the NBI to close down its operations along with other investment scams.
That is pyramiding. When it is good to be true, it is fraud. Biro mo yung 100,000 mo would earn 30,000 a month. That is why NBI, sirahan mo na sila at dalhin mo doon sa upon my orders. Upon my order.
Kapa says it will cease operations for 10 days following the raid. Authorities are also investigating other members of the police and armed forces that may be involved in the investment scam after seeing a PNP and AFP lane in the Kapa office. The SEC meanwhile says it will pursue filing criminal charges against officers of the organization.
Kapa is running a scam. His financials does not show that he has the capability to deliver, except to rely on new investors to bring in their money. And yun nga, we have to put a stop to it. Otherwise, there will be more victims.
Bim Santos, We Are One News.
It's graduation season yet again for some college students, and JZ Cosico will tell us about these two inspiring stories from the graduating batch of 2019.
Bulacan State University is welcoming Pride Month with its first trans woman cum laude. Russell Quino's graduation picture made rounds online after finishing her degree in psychology with flying colors. Quino admits, though, that her 4-year stay in college was difficult due to problems dealing with her gender identity.
Sa mga ibang students, nagka-catcall sila, pinagubulungan ako, ginajudge ako na bawal mag-cross-dress dito, bakit pinapayagan yung mga ganyan.
These challenges, though, did not hinder the 21-year-old trans woman from attaining academic success.
Kasi my dreams are stronger than their judgments. Kasi I have this passion in my heart na I don't want to listen to your opinions. Parang gano'n na in time, you will see this person na ginajudge no, na may mararating sa buhay. Kasi ayoko magpadala sa panghusgan nila kasi ako lang maapektuhan.
Quino shares that she got her strength from her family and friends who accepted her. Her father Rolando admitted, however, that at first he was not in favor of Russell's choice. Rolando shared that he used to buy Russell toy guns as a child because he wanted her to become a policeman. Despite this, Rolando says his love for Russell is stronger than his dreams for Russell, and he is also advising parents to become more accepting of their children who are part of the LGBT community.
Pagmamahal ang kailangan, hindi kailangan saktan o persahin para lang maging barako.
Meanwhile, this graduation picture of another graduate from Bataan also went viral online. 20-year-old education graduate Horace Lozano wore bus tickets around his neck while decked in his graduation gown.
In his 4 years in college, buses served as Horace's transportation means. With this, he was able to collect hundreds of bus tickets, which he used in his graduation pictorial.
Lozano kept these mementos between his books and notebooks to protect them from destruction. The 20-year-old is a graduate of Bataan Peninsula State University. Throughout his college life, he chose to take the 2-hour daily commute instead of renting out a place, just so he stays with his family.
Mas maganda po kasi yung uuwi ka po sa bahay. Yung mas okay po na kasama mo po yung pamilya mo. Dahil po, pag umuwi ka po, matitikman mo yung paboritong luto ng nanay mo. Ayun po. So mas pinili ko po talaga na umuwi po na araw-araw.
Lozano's viral post captured the attention of the bus company that he frequently rode on. As a graduation gift, the company paid for the newly grad's vacation in Baguio together with his family and girlfriend. Lozano's parents shared how proud they are of their only son, who made it to the dean's list on his last semester.
Naging proud ako sa anak ko. Kumbaga sa ano yung itinuro namin sa kanya talagang natupad. Yung mga pangarap namin sa kanya o yung mga pangaral namin sa kanya, yun, ginagawa niya naman ng...
These two remarkable students are now preparing for their respective licensure examinations. For News 5, JC Corsico, we are One News.
And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Join us again next time for another round of Rush. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.